Good morning, everyone. It's 7:07, and it's time for your morning spiritual read. I do it at 7:07 to get the energy of spirituality, infinity, and spirituality. If you would, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would help a lot. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to take this card because it come out right now, and it's 7:07. We've got Gaia, Mother Earth, nurturing nature, human nature, Mother Nature, Earth Nature is all about nurturing. We don't feel it maybe all the time in the 3D world because there's so many other things here. But believe it or not, you know, Mother Earth gives to us constantly. We have life, we have breath, we have animation, we have food at our choosing of anything we want, whether good or bad, healthy or not healthy. And so Mother Earth is a very nurturing, actually, let's just say Mother Nature, the nature of this planet is a very nurturing nature. Oranges, apples, meat, vegetables, lettuce, grass, and trees, flowers and roses and daffodils and daisies, herbs and worms to catch fish. I mean, there is no lack on this planet of anything. So there shouldn't be no lack in your mind of anything. There should be no lack at all because we are just as capable and as fertile as this earth. If we want something, we only have to get the idea and then nurture it, water it, and watch it grow. It's not just going to happen because you think it, and it's not going to just happen because you feel you deserve it. It's not going to happen because you prayed for it and asked God for it, because why would God give you something out of the blue, whereas if you worked for that something, you would grew, right? So God is a good parent. God does not look at us as hopeless and helpless. God looks at us as capable of doing things and really wants us to do that. Wants us to, it wasn't easy for the earth to become the nurturing planet that she is. She started off as a desert barren, just like Mars. But there was something in this planet that just wasn't like the rest. And we can see that. There's no doubt about it. However and whatever brought about the great explosion of growth on this planet and abundance and greenery and purplery and yellowy and all the other colors, we may never know. We may never be able to figure that out. But what we do know is that we were born in abundance, to abundance, and for abundance, and we should not lack anything. I'm going to pull from the cards. Looks like a couple have already jumped out, and we're going to take those, and I'm going to take this top one too. So we have here Page of Cups. I believe that's about bringing messages of love right here. We have building. We have the Three of Pentacles here. This is all about study, because you see she has a book, she has a map, and he has the ability to look over the plans to see if they're working out right. So what is this card saying? That we're not bewitched. We do not twinkle our nose and make things happen and appear. We literally, really, really have to work on them. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's taken me 30 years to get here, but let me tell you, I'm so happy to be at the place I am. When I started working on myself, I remember trying to do a crossword puzzle on the TV guide, and if I got 3 words correct, I was so happy. 30 years later, I can do a crossword puzzle and complete it. And that is the process in my self-development. I started at 30. I'm 61 now. I can do things that I couldn't do, not because I got an education, But because I got a dictionary and I began to look up every single word that I did not understand. And it was just simple as that. Yeah, and over the years, and I still study. I have to study my cards all the time. Today I'm going to have to go over everything, you know. It's just a matter of taking the time for yourself to review and do things for yourself. And that's what it's all about. So that you can be in a 10 of cups. You can be pleased with yourself. You're inspired. You have an idea, and so you begin to process an idea and make it work for you. And it might not always come to fruition like Mother Earth. You might not always get it where you want to be, but that doesn't mean you stop. It means you maybe take some time to rest and think about it, and then begin again with the same plan and the same possibilities. Because if you have the seed, the idea, the possibility is always there, whether it's a business, whether it's love, whether it's self-improvement, whether you want to be happy, huh? Well, you can only be happy if you're happy with self. Nobody else can make you happy. Nobody in the world. And you can only be happy with self if you're doing things that make you grow and expand and see different possibilities and different perspectives. Otherwise, you become what they call stagnant, and you don't move. You just stay in that same spot, and you're depressed and you're low, and you feel as if the world or life is working against you, and that there's nothing for you, and blah blah blah, the pity story, the regrets and remorses. I want you to know I ain't got no regrets. Everything that ever happened to me, I learned from. Therefore, I don't have regrets. I have knowledge and wisdom and lessons that have made me be the person that I am today. And let me tell you, I love me. I love me because I wasn't stubborn. I love me because I was soft and gentle and allowed God to lead, guide, and direct me. I love me because I quit drinking. I love me because I quit doing drugs. I love me because I quit fighting. I love me because I have become an individual that I never dreamed I could be, that I ever dreamed. But I let God lead me, the Spirit lead me to a place where I just kept trying and trying and trying. And, it happened. Five of Scrolls, change. That's Five of Swords in the regular deck. And the Five of Swords is not fun. It's not a fun thing. But I was in the Five of Swords, homeless, drug addicted, nowhere to go. Nobody to love. Nobody loved me. The only person I had to depend on was God. My husband said he loved me, but I didn't feel that love. He was an alcoholic. How could he love me? He didn't even love himself. And that's just the way those things go. It's hard for us to realize this in the beginning because I started out as an alcoholic. And so I didn't realize that as I began to work on cleaning up my life, that there would ever come the day where I would think that, that party life was not the life. But I found out that party life was not my life. I didn't want it. I wanted to be attuned to God. I wanted justice. I hated who I was when I was a partier, when I was a drunk, when I was an addict. I tell you, I asked God, why would he just not go ahead and take me, that I was wasting the space and the breath and the food and the life that I had, that I could not be a better person. That was a lie. Seven of Swords. I deceived myself. That's what this is. Seven of Swords is deception. So if we think we can't be better, we're deceiving ourselves because it's in us to do. It might take us 20 times to get it down, but that's practice. That's working on it. That's called works. You work on yourself. You become what your ideal of yourself could be. You know, I had an idea of myself, of what I could be. I knew I could be better, but it was going to take some time. I love this deck. I just got it yesterday. It's the Chrysalis deck. So, we take our time, and I'm talking about things that are in our life that causes us to devalue ourselves. And that's where I was. I found no value in myself as a mother, as a friend, as a confidant. I mean, I couldn't be trusted either. All I wanted was the next party. And I understand those who go through that. I understand those who are in bad marriages. I understand the fact of giving and receiving is so very important, and that we need to give to ourselves, and we need to give ourselves good things. I can only stop one thing at a time. I mean, I quit drinking first and then off and on with drugs, but as time went by, I was finally able to finish that out in my 50s. Praise God. And now I'm clean and sober. I'll never go back. And I started studying tarot again. And, I just want to move forward in my life. I do not never want to look back. And, I'm much the better for it, and I know all you guys have been through it. I know many of you have suffered many marriages, as I have, many complications, trying to figure out the right path, or even if you would ever be able to get on it. And let me assure you, if you keep trying, the path is waiting for you. 3 of Stones. Build it as you go. This is 3 of Earth, 3 of Pentacles. We've got 2 times build, build, build. Build what you want. It is not easy. Build yourself. You are like a house. You are a house. Jesus even said you're a house. So you have to put things into your structure of life that you want to be there. But before you can put those things in, you've got to allow those old things to go out and leave space for the new. Because you can't bring new in if you can't give up the old. If you can't give up on whatever that you're not happy with yourself about, you'll never be able to get anything new. And you'll be stuck there for the rest of your life. And that's a horrible place to be, is stuck and not growing. Right? Doing the same thing every day. It's like Groundhog Day. You just do the same thing day after day after day. And it never gets you anywhere. You never find pleasure with yourself. That's what I'm saying. You want to be happy with self. That's self-esteem. Hey, I'm doing what I feel good about. So that's what you want to do. Ace of Hearts or Ace of Mirrors. This is truth. This is love. That's an Ace of Cups. You do what makes you feel good. Even if you're still doing other things that don't make you feel good, make sure you counterbalance it with something that does feel good. If you drink, then make sure you make yourself a good dinner before you go to bed so that you can absorb that alcohol. There you are, counterbalancing the drinking with eating healthy. And you're going to feel better about yourself. What else? If you do drugs, make sure you're eating and getting sleep so that you can counterbalance that and be healthy. If you're, I want to even say promiscuous sex, because this is another thing that will make us feel shitty. And I know, because I've had promiscuous sex. I'm not perfect. I've had it, but I remember that it made me feel shitty. I didn't like it. I wasn't that kind of person. It didn't feel good. The essences of others, all mixed into your essences, their spirit. I mean, who and God only knows what they carry, right? Right. So, because sex, here's the chariot, Hermes the hunter. When you have sex with somebody, you're actually letting them in your door spiritually. And whatever they carry spiritually, they can transfer to you spiritually. There's more than just sexually transmitted diseases. There's also sexually transmitted demons. And don't you think there ain't? Look it up and do your research. It's right here is the chariot. Get on your chariot and run. Drive yourself to where you want to be today. Be who you think you can be. And never give up on thinking that you can be that. Be the best you can be and you'll be happy. You'll come out and be fruitful. You won't be a barren desert. A desert is air and land. I drew a desert card before this one. I really didn't like it. So if you're in a desert, all you're doing is thinking and you're dry. You don't have no emotions. You don't have that feel good thing, oh boy, that feels so good. And that's where you want to be in life because your emotions give you a happy life. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water too, because water and emotions are one and the same. And you want to have enough water to have an emotion. Do not be a dry desert. And remember, alcohol dries you up. Make sure you're replacing it with plenty of water. I know, I'm your mother. That's right. I'm here to talk as if I were your mother, right? To tell you how much you're loved, how much you're needed on this planet. And once you realize how valuable you are to this creature, this planet, this Mother Nature, this dragon who needs you to be an example for all those who follow him, you begin to understand that you have a place. You have a place in this world because everybody affects everybody else. And with that being said, I'm going to draw one more card because I love this deck. 8 of Pentacles or 8 of Stones. Isn't that beautiful? This is just working on your things, working on what you need to do. If you take 10 minutes a day and invest in yourself, whether it's in meditation, whether it's just reading some cards to see how you're feeling and getting in touch with your soul, whether it's praying or meditating or working on your living tree by grounding and lighting up your chakras, the fire within. No matter what you do today, if you just take 5 minutes for yourself, you will come out of it feeling so much better. You will feel like you have done something for yourself and it will change your day. Remember, you're very much loved, that the Mother Earth loves you, and you are actually one of her little children trees or a living, walking, metaphysical part of this planet. And she loves you and wants you to have the best of life. I love you too. God bless. Have a wonderful day today, and may all your dreams come true. Amen. Bye-bye.